Hey everybody, it's Sandy from Two Fat Birds Creative. Today we have a turtle. This turtle comes from Julie Cuts Pouring Your Heart Out, her US Amazon store. This is the small turtle. And we are going to try to put these eyes into said turtle. Although, looking at them, they may be a little bit different. But that's alright, we'll have a funky-eyed turtle. No worries there. And I've got long gloves. Maybe I'll try to find the matching one to that one instead. But we are using the UV Resin neon colors today. We are going to throw them down. We're going to paint them onto the turtle. And we're going to put some UV resin in spots on the turtle and try and get some cool design or effect. Taking a page from Mary at Jelly Bean Crafts. Check her channel out. She is super cool, super colorful, loves color, and great at teaching you fun concepts with color on designs. So check out her page. I will try to remember to link it in my description. And we will just hop on back once I find the other matching eye, and I'm gonna UV resin them in place because you can't really see me getting in there. So I'm just gonna try to get that done ahead of time, but we'll be back. Alrighty, away we go. Let us get a little brush cleaned up there. My brush cleaner sponge. Getting a little baby wipes out here. Set them off to the side. And let's start with red. Actually, I have not used them yet, so they are still sealed. Didn't even know I just took off my thumb, tip of my glove. Don't even know how I did that. Alright, so let's just move these. I'm gonna paint random lines in here. Neon color number 1 down. Actually, let's do a little bit in the tip of his fins too. Now, when you are working with this, not painting it on, but when you are working it into resin, it is apparently very grainy. So you can always take a mortar and pestle and try to break it down some, or just make sure you're giving yourself ample time to keep stirring to get it broken down. And take that orange, brushed off. Definitely get it off of the baby wipe here. That off. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, we are back. And we're doing the orange. Now remember, even though you see some of this powder going over the red, that whatever color is down first is the color you will see. And we will shake this extra stuff out of here too. And let's do some coral. No, let's do, is that the orange I just put down, or did I just do the orange red? Doesn't really show up as much. You can definitely see it's a thicker powder for sure. And we'll take the yellow in case I missed any spots back here. Green. This is odd that some of my pigments are already open, halfway open, because I have not used them. I did get it off of Temu though, so blue. Either that or it's just the glue on the seal didn't stick. That is my heater saying my resin is brought to the temperature I desire. And the blue, I think I have any room on that side. Got some up here. Let's give him a blue head. Just trying to do this without popping those eyes out. Very hard to paint the bottom of his head, so we're probably going to leave his chin black. And though I'm trying, it's just very hard to do this because it's so small. Use my finger to spread it around in there. Maybe. I don't know. All right, there we go. The next thing we'll do is come back and we'll put our drops of UV everywhere. We'll see in a little bit. All right, so let's get to pouring and curing some UV resin. Hopefully we can get something fun. So I'm just going to do a little drop and quick cure. Quick drop. It's going to be a little bit more difficult because just the nature of this shell. Oops, see, that one all got wonky on me. Some very big blobs. Oops, come on. Doing very well, guys. Oh, that one worked. Oops. Guys, I am not doing this very well. I really would apologize to Jelly Bean for my bad attempt at this. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna go cure these up under the UV light. And my thing just turned off again. I just had to clear a whole bunch out. Bunch of old photos. Clear up some space in here. So what I was saying before it turned off on me is that I'm not going to be going for any kind of design on here, but hopefully just kind of a raindrop effect, but with the neon underneath it. And we'll have to clean off the neon without dislodging these guys. And we will probably come back in the morning to do that. Stop moving. Stop it. I am sure there are plenty of other ways to do this that would be easier, but at the moment I don't know of them, so this is what we're going for. Too big. We have blobs that have just all blobbed together. Some tiny ones, mostly blobs together. I'm gonna try, want to get right there. See if I can do it. There's a little blob. Stop moving. That's the last one we are going to do. I'm going to throw this back under the UV lamp and put it down under there for 3 minutes. All right, we'll be back after I get all the resin solidified and all the rest of the pigments cleaned off. Clean that up, even though there's really not much left in here. We'll be back. Well, guys, here he is. I tried to clean him off as best I could. There's a few pieces of UV resin blobs that were just popping off. I wasn't even putting any pressure on them, but I decided this was about as good as I could get that cleaned up in there. I'm gonna have to UV those ones that popped off back on and so that they don't float away, so that we can still get that color down in there and see what we get. So we'll be back when we fill them up. Bye. All right, it is time to fill our turtle. I ran it through my debubbler. I still got a couple bubbles in there and some dog hair. Let's try to get that dog hair out of there. Don't need that. I think I got them all out. Give her a little stir up again. All right, we're gonna make her white. This is a ghost powder, interference powder. This one I got from PNW Glitter Co. in her Galaxy box. And this one has the ghost color of purple. So we're going to go ahead and add that to it. And we will add our Diamond Frost. And we'll add a hint of the Unicorn Crush Crystal, which will fly everywhere very gently. That should be enough. And then we will add our Ocean White from Wet Resin. I'm going to give it a shake up here. Oh, well, that looks in there. See how sparkly we can get this white. Yep, she's sparkly, but I want more sparkly. So I'm also going to look through my glitters for one of my white ones. I'll be right back. We are going to put the New Moon glitter in here. Hopefully they'll shine through and not just look like they're just covered pieces of stuff. Unclear at this point what's going to happen. Maybe I'll put a little bit more resin back in here. Maybe lighten it up a little bit. All right, here we go. Go ahead and start pouring her. Definitely see that purple shimmer, so that's good. Go ahead and get some on the head here. Grab my little micro brush. Tail a little boop. Trying to make sure that no bubbles in her little tail. A little boop under here. And we'll just top her off. Thank you everybody who watches my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, think about it. It's free for you. Just aim your camera phone at the QR code and that will prompt you to subscribe. Or go ahead if you're watching on a tablet or computer or wherever. Just boop the subscribe button. And that would help me out tremendously. And watching my videos, please. Would help me out. Please leave me any feedback, things you'd like me to see, things you think might not be great videos, or, I mean, just be nice about it. That's what I ask. Like my videos if you do like them. So there she is, and we'll be back for her upon demold. How's that sound? Alright, excited to see what she turns out to be looking like. Alright, see you later. Alright, so you guys did not see me pour him, but I had a bunch of extra resin from another project, so I'm just going to demold him here. You see there's a lot of over pour. There's a lot of thick resin I was throwing in here, so I have no idea how he's going to turn out, but kind of cute. Definitely needs a cleanup. You see it's still soft. I think he's cute, minus that little bubble there. We can clean those up. All right, here is what we came for. Bubble on the back there. Bubble on his tail. Try to avoid that. Resin does as resin wants. Oh, and some along the sides. So let's hit a little wiggle here. Us first fix that big bubble on his tail. We don't need a big bubble there. You see the glitter in there. Sadly, that white is stopping you from seeing a lot of it because it's just too opaque. I'm gonna dry this out. All right, I just filled that little tail in with a little UV resin so it's not sticking anyone. That's actually not a bubble. That's clear resin right there. That's a bubble, but I'm not worried about that. Are we ready? Bam. So he is pretty cool looking. Very interesting. He does have a big bubble right there. And I've got just the thing to fix it. Oops. Maybe not all that. Get that wiped down into the hole and not on the body. Just want to make sure we get the UV off the body part. All right. Clear that up real quick. Just want to see something here. Reminds me of that nougat candy. It was like a white nougat with the jelly pieces, usually red and green. Sometimes some yellow thrown in there. That's what it reminds me of. All right, got another one there. Well, we're just dripping that out, the last dregs of the UV resin. Oh. And you can definitely see the sparkle when I shine my light on it again. You can see it all over in there. I am gonna throw them underneath the lamp. Let's get that guy there. All right, do you like him? I think he's kind of fun. Definitely unique. Again, this is the neon colors with that's resin. Look at those cool eyes. His cute little face. Little beak right there. Let me know if you like him. Stay tuned for the beauty shots coming up.